Happy Sunday, everybody. Devoness Divine coming at you live and direct on my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, hang around. Listen to some topics we need to talk about. Of course, this is my first episode, season 1. And just to let you know how we do this, we hit a base topic and we go under subtopics for however long it takes. So the topic that we're talking about is called the parent agenda. The parent agenda. Training our youth to be responsible adults. A lot of people wonder why we have the certain situation going on in schools, with the bullying, with all sorts of things going on, with the pill popping, with the early teen pregnancy and everything. And I think what America has gotten away from is we've gotten away from teaching our youth to be responsible adults. Now you might say, Devoness Divine, what do you mean we've gotten away from teaching them to be responsible adults? Think about it. Education is good, but education does not teach somebody how to be a responsible adult. Basically, we send our kids to school. We let them get on their video games. We let them do their Snapchats or whatever. But as parents, I know you might have a busy life. Parents, grandparents, foster parents, uncle, aunt, whoever you are. Raising up the youth, raising up your child, we have to interact and teach them how to be responsible adults. Once we start doing this, we'll start seeing a trending change. Now, you might ask, well, Devoness Divine, what do you mean teaching them to be responsible adults? From coping with anxiety to stress, to learning how to respect one another, to learning how to do. So we're teaching them things on how to be responsible spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and soulfully. And once they have an understanding of all these things, they'll be able to go out into the grandeur of the world and have a better understanding versus making bad decisions, picking wrong relationships, ending up in bad crowds, dealing with anxiety, not going to drugs for help or to be happy, and where they're able to communicate with you, where they're able to communicate with others, where they're able to pick out healthy relationships, where they'll strive and excel because you've given them the tools versus letting them just go to school and letting them just go to school and not teaching them anything. And then when they graduate from high school, you turn around and be like, okay, go get a job, go do this. And then, like I talked to a gentleman who had just turned 21 years old, and he received his first DUI for his 21st birthday. And though he regretted this decision, I think that sometimes people will say, well, he should have known better, made the right decision. A lot of times they don't know any better. And that's why it's the guardian's elite duty to start training and prepping our babies. Don't think that because you're sending your child to preschool at 3 or 4 years old, that just ups it a notch. No. That's on the education part that they use for programming your children to do what they want to do. You need to train them on their part. So they'll have that part, but they'll have the counterpart, which actually guides them into being the best versions of themselves, as everyone likes to say. So the parent agenda. Parents, don't kick your child out of the house if they're 18 years old and you have not trained them to be an adult. Sometimes they'll make it. I can use myself as an example. When I graduated at 17, and my mom sent me over to my dad and my stepmom. And, I was doing good at first. I knew about filling out an application and going to get a job, but I didn't know anything else. I didn't know that there are certain people that you were supposed to watch out for certain things for. So lo and behold, my first relationship didn't end up in a rape and someone that was doing cocaine and drinking beer. And I didn't know how to discern any of this. I just thought it was like Disney, where you're like, oh, found that boy I'm in love with. You know, and I hadn't been trained in any of those areas. My mother nor my father had trained me in any of this. So they might look at me and be like, well, you shouldn't have made that decision, or you should have done like this, but you all didn't teach me. And this is why, as my life is an example, I can truly tell you that it is good to train your babies. Train them, as in not train them so they'll be a robot, but train them so that they'll have control themselves and they'll wield their power in the light and make correct discernment decisions. So we must learn, everyone, that we want to train our children to be responsible adults. I can't emphasize that enough. So if you haven't been training them, time to get started from the basics. You know, if you don't have time, just to let you know, I am putting together a school. It's called Dr. Trent's School of Knowledge and Wisdom. And if you're interested and you want to know what type of subjects that I'll be teaching, it's not tuition based, it's free. Just send me your email into my inbox and I will answer you back. So I want to thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, feel free to put it, down in the comment box. If you have something you want to say, put it in the comment box down below, or if you want to add to it. I don't shun anyone's opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you have something to say, I want to hear what you have to say. So thank you for tuning in this morning. I hope your Sunday goes well. I'm going to finish my whole agenda I got going this morning in the hot box. Have a great day. So parents, we've got to train our children to be responsible adults. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.